Hey there, everybody. Welcome to WanderRath Travel, a new channel that we are starting up here on YouTube. And we're also on Instagram. We are trying to start this channel up so that we can help make travel easier, less stressful, and just give you some good ideas for things to do for traveling, things that you shouldn't do for traveling, and what we are going to do. My name's Aaron Rath. My wife Tony will be joining us from time to time on the channel, and we are starting this up so that we can help you travel, explore, and indulge in the things that you want to do. You can see that up here in the logo for WanderRath Travel. Eventually, this will grow to be even bigger, but for now, we're starting as a YouTube channel. We're also posting on Instagram, as I said, so make sure you follow my Instagram. I'll have it linked in the description down below, but it's really easy to remember. It's WanderRath Travel, just like our YouTube channel. We are planning on doing quite a bit of travel videos. So I want to talk today a little bit about kind of what the goals for the channel are, quickly introduce myself, talk about some social media, talk about plans for posting and all of that kind of stuff. And then I have some homework for you. But before we get going too far into this video, be one of the first to subscribe to this channel. I know right now as you're looking down there, it's probably in the low numbers for subscribers. Our plan here is to grow quick and grow fast to make sure that we can provide you all the information that you need for travel. So I'm going to give you one quick second to go down there and hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video. Those two things are free for you and they only help us out. The like gets us in the algorithm so our videos start showing up more for other people that may not be searching or that may have a broader search. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking to get in front of people so that they understand that traveling is safe, fun, and something that we should all be pursuing. So let's talk real quick about our goals for the channel. Really, the goals for the channel are fourfold. Sorry, I was counting on my notes. Fourfold. The first one is I really want to talk about travel news. What are the big things happening in travel? What are the news with the cruise lines? The all-inclusives in Mexico, traveling in Europe and abroad. What is the travel news? I have some sources that I will use. I use good sources. I will go straight to the cruise lines for cruise news. But I want to give you cruise news. So my goal for that is to hit, and I'm kind of going to mix in the fourfold of what the goal is along with how often I plan to post. So my goal is to hit news at least once a week. I would like to upload the news for the week on Sundays so that you can plan ahead or look back at what news happened in the last week and use that to plan your next trip, your next bucket list item. So I do plan on getting that. We'll see how many stories I get each week. The goal is between 3 and 5 stories to hit on. My plan is to keep the videos in that 15 to 20 minute range, not something that's so long that you have to set aside an hour of your day to watch it, but something that you can quick bring up before you go to bed and watch that video and learn some news about travel. The second piece is tips and tricks for travel. My wife and I love to travel. We are empty nesters now. My children are 23 and 19, about to be 24 and 20, but we're empty nesters. We love to travel. We have done extensive traveling in Mexico, stayed at a lot of all-inclusives. We have recently gotten into cruises, and I really enjoy cruising. And we'll talk about some of the tips and tricks that you need to know about cruising. And then we lived in Europe as well for 3 years, so we understand some of the Europe. So when we start talking about tips and tricks, just some examples, how should you pack differently for a 7-day cruise or a 5-day cruise versus a 10 or a 14-day cruise? How should you pack differently if you're going to an all-inclusive versus a trip to Europe? There's differences that you should do, and there's a lot of special items that are out there that make packing and traveling a lot easier. We'll talk about some pros and cons for each one of those. We'll give you ideas for things to pick up on Amazon, and we'll give you ideas for things to avoid on Amazon as you start to do your travel. The goal is to work some of those tips and tricks into my Sunday videos on the news, and then throughout the week I will probably throw in some shorts to talk about different travel items and things that you can look for to make your traveling easier. The third part of our four-legged chair here in our goals is travel ideas. Where should you travel? What kind of things should you put on your bucket list? My wife and I just got back from a cruise on Celebrity Summit. So I want to talk about the Celebrity Summit ship. A lot of you might look at it and go, ooh, that's a really old ship. It was first sailed in 2003. It was refurbished in 2019. I don't know if I want to go on that. But in my video, and I have one that I'm working on, I will tell you that it's probably one of the cleanest and best kept ships that we've been on. It's a different kind of group on the ship. Like if you have smaller children, I don't think I would recommend the Celebrity Summit. But if you're, an empty nester or a little bit older and you like to cruise, I would probably suggest the Celebrity Summit. We'll talk about, do you pick a vacation based on the ship or the itinerary? What's more important to you, the places that you're going or the places that you're sleeping? What's more important to you, stopping at multiple stops on a cruise or having a week-long stay at the same resort or hitting different places while you're touring through Europe? We will talk about all those things, help you put your bucket list together, and help you gather ideas for that next family trip. There's so many things you can do. The Celebrity Summit, we had great cruise ports that we went to, and that was one of the reasons that we picked that cruise over a different ship. We did some research. We looked and saw that the ship had gotten great recommendations. They got great health reports from the CDC. And we really liked the ports because there were 3 out of the 4 ports that my wife and I had not sailed to yet. So that was what was important to us on that trip. We got to go to Maho Beach on St. Martin. If you've never been to Maho Beach, you've heard of it, you just don't know about it. It's the beach where the airplanes fly in about 20 to 30 feet over your head on the beach because the airport's right behind you. That was on my bucket list, and that was cool. I got to check that off. So we will help you build your bucket list. And then the last thing that we'll talk about is travel tech. What kind of cameras should you take? And I will tell you that the camera setups that I take are different based on the trip that we're taking. For example, if I'm going to Mexico to an all-inclusive for 10 days, I am not going to take my big digital SLR camera and lug that thing along with me because I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of photo taking. However, if I'm going on a cruise to Alaska, I am most definitely taking my big digital camera and my big lenses and everything to make photography better because I want shots of the wildlife and I want shots of the cruise ports and all the stuff that you can do there. If I'm going to a place where I'm going to do a lot of walking, I'm probably going to take an action camera or a gimbal. We'll talk about all those things, some of the new things to hit the market and what makes your videos and pictures better and easy to do for you. We will hit on all those. And that's our goals, travel news, tips and tricks for travel ideas, and travel tech. Those are the 4 pillars of this channel and my Instagram and what I'm going to go for. So if those interest you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you didn't hit it earlier and you were waiting to hear some cool stuff, I think you've probably heard some goals and what we're going to do. Hit that subscribe button and look for our shorts on the weekly and our weekend videos. Again, we're going to release them on Sundays. My goal is no more than 15 to 20 minutes, just to make it easier to watch and make it something that you don't have to set aside an hour or two to watch. Now, when we start talking about ship tours and stuff like that, those videos might be a little bit closer to 20 to 25 minutes, but I will always do my best to keep those videos shorter. But I want to talk quick about one of our channel sponsors. My wife is a travel agent, and it's called Adventures by Tony. I'll have a link in the description down below. And Tony is there. She specializes in cruises, Disney. She specializes in Europe. We're getting into river cruising, and we go to Mexico a lot. So if any of those are something that you want to check off your bucket list, check out her website below, fill out the form, interest form, set up a call with her, and she will help you book your next travel. Again, adventuresbytony.com. And again, I'll have that link in the description down below. She's been doing travel since 2018. She survived COVID on travel, and she's been doing a lot of travel and really loves to help customers make family memories. That's what traveling's all about. It's about memories. Of course, there's some relaxation in there, and it depends on why you like to travel or why you like to go on vacation, but there's always going to be memories involved. So make sure you check out adventuresbytony.com. So that'll pretty much do it for this first video here. I just wanted to pop on the channel, throw up a video, and let you know what we're going to be doing. Again, this is coming up on Sunday, so look for our shorts throughout the week and our next video coming up next Sunday. But while you're waiting, drop some comments on this video. Let me know what's on your bucket list. What are some places that you want to go to? Maybe I've been and I can give you some tips and tricks, or maybe it's on my bucket list as well, or maybe I need to add it to my bucket list. But let me know what's on your bucket list. What are the things that you want to see? And then also drop a comment below and let me know if I missed something in our 4 pillars of this channel on what you would like to see out of the channel. As we grow, we can add things to the channel. I don't have a problem making this bigger than what I'm talking about, or more ideas. And as we go through, always feel free to send me an email. I do have an email address. It'll be in the description down below. It's only for WanderRath Travel, and it will have opportunity for you to send me an email and let me know, what kind of things you want to have on this channel. And then if you're a sponsor and you want to sponsor me, if you want me to talk about your product in some of our tech and tips, just send me an email, let me know, and we can set some stuff up. But that'll do it for today's video. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you have not already on one of the other opportunities. Drop a like button on this, and also drop a comment. Let me know what's on your bucket list. Thanks for everybody for tuning in and watching. If you stayed all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. Make sure you stay to the end of all the videos, because you never know when I'm going to have a surprise at the end. But we'll catch you next week in our first video, and keep looking for the shorts as we get them out this week. Thanks for watching WanderRath Travel. We'll see you on the seas. We'll see you in the resorts. Have a good week.